So, here with Greg, talking transfers. Let's start with Luka Modric, who's been a pretty bad boy lately.
Yeah, he's been a naughty boy. He's desperate to push through this move to Real Madrid. Tottenham have fined him £80,000 already for missing training. He also missed the club's flight to their tour in America. Spurs were furious about that. Andre Villas-Boas, the manager, last person to board the plane. They were waiting for him for a good hour or so. He simply didn't turn up. He didn't answer his phone. Didn't turn up to training on the Monday. He's now apologised. He's back in training, but he's training on his own at the Spurs training ground in Chigwell, along with Stephen Pienaar, incidentally. But he's just desperate to move to Real Madrid. Real Madrid have offered a deal worth 31 million, including add-ons, which sounds like a lot of money to you or I. But Tottenham are holding out for 40 million. That's the price the chairman, Daniel Levy, wants. And that is also the price that Paris Saint-Germain will pay for Modric. Modric doesn't want to go there. He wants to play for Real Madrid. But numbers talk. Daniel Levy, he's done it before. He'll hold out for the 40 million. Maybe they'll reach a compromise at around 35 million. But Real Madrid think they're going to get him on the cheap, essentially. And it's not going to happen. So Modric is trying to force through the move. I can see this dragging on, really dragging on until the last week of August.
Let's see what happens. Another naughty boy is Van Persie at the moment.
Well, the official line of Van Persie is that he stayed in London to work on his fitness.
But we don't believe that.
Well, no one believes that really. You know, he didn't want to go on tour. He wants to leave Arsenal. He said as much. Sir Alex Ferguson's admitted that he'd like him at Manchester United. Juventus and Manchester City are the other two teams interested. The word we've got is that Manchester City are very confident that they can sign Van Persie. They just need to shift a couple out. Emmanuel Adebayor, Edin Dzeko, Carlos Tevez, two of those will probably leave, and then they will make their move for Van Persie. Man United and Juventus can't see them offering more than 15 million. City will offer 25 million, and they will pay him £198,000 a week, and that's already been agreed in principle.
Who's your money on?
If he's going to leave, he's going to Manchester City.
Right.
I'm pretty sure of that. But I think Arsenal are going to make him stay.
Oh, really?
There's some interesting rumours floating around that they may even make him stay until January and then reassess. But the fact is, he's 28, he's 29 next month. They can bank on the fact that City, Juventus and United aren't going to pay the huge transfer fee for a player that old on the contract he's going to want. And, you know, Arsenal are very keen to make a stand that they won't be bullied around. They sold Cesc Fabregas and Samir Nasri last year, and it didn't play well with the fans. They had a disastrous start to the season, and I think that's a risk. And I think, on a point of principle, I think they will keep Van Persie. But you know, it's a huge risk because he can leave for nothing next summer. But I think he'll stay. But if he goes anywhere, it'll be to Manchester City. And
finally, we've got breaking news on Cazorla.
Well, Arsenal think they're going to sign Santi Cazorla. They've agreed personal terms with the player who's desperate to leave Malaga, but we're hearing today that Malaga will refuse to sell the player. They've got massive financial problems, but their Qatari owner Al Thani is very temperamental. The expectation is that he'll come back, he'll pay the outstanding debts, and they will not sell Cazorla, certainly not for less than £20 million.
So the word in goal.com is that he's staying put.
He's going to stay at Malaga, we think, unless Arsenal make a huge bid. I don't think they will.
Thank you very much, Greg. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
YouTube.com/goal is full of stuff like this and proper football too. To make sure you don't miss out, just hit the subscribe button.